Hello everyone! Oh, why have I gone to this scene? There we go. Hello everyone, and welcome to another stream for today. Hopefully I'm sounding okay and everything. My mic is being a bit weird in comparison to Spotify, which is how I'm streaming all my music. I will actually, in fact, turn the music down a little bit so I can turn my mic down a little bit more. How are we all? Welcome to another stream. It's a pleasure to have you all here for day. I can check. Why am I trying to stress myself? Month. That's not what I want to know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is day 11. And we're on the Wednesday, so 12, 13, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, hope for either Saturday or I will do an earlier stream on another point this week, and that will get us to the lovely number 14 for the Iron Gorge badge. Woo! But welcome back to another stream, everyone. It's lovely to have you all here. Hope we're all doing okay. I am trying to figure out what I'm working on today, because as of yesterday you can see that we hit diamond, which is great, but also means I have to come up with another option for what to do today. Digging deeper. I know that it was digging deeper that caused the doom of Moria and such. Was it Moria? Khazad-dûm? Khazad-dûm. Khazad-dûm. Yes. Was known as Dwarodelf, or the Mines of Moria. Yes. And they dug too deep. So, this is digging deeper. This is going for, I would say gold, but I've already got gold. That was a specific level of prompt. No, this is going for pinnacle and trying to get as many of the 40 complete as possible. So, I have 8 prompts left that can be done. I do not know which one I will work on today. I currently think I have the controversial will sitting. I have wanted to work on the controversial will for a little while, so I will probably be working on the controversial will first, which is fair that I've been wanting to work on that. So I will in fact say now next, which means it will be put there. But I think I can. I just need to remember how to do it, but I think I can put all of the other ones I have left to do in as a single a super sweet part, add multiple tasks to backlog. It will be very easy. There will be a way. I'll figure it out. But I'm going to put them all in the backlog, because that means we can have everything there and ready just to show and go, these are the things that need to be worked upon. Which is always just beneficial to have. Thank you, friend, for confirming that it was in fact Moria. I promise it's somewhere in my brain. I know the deep dwellings of the lore of Lord of the Rings somewhere. I think part of the reason I don't have it immediately to my brain is because I'm trying to avoid copying Tolkien, which sounds like a strange thing, but makes a lot of sense when you're world building a fantasy world and you're trying to go against kind of the typing that is done for fantasy worlds. So yeah, that's certainly something that's been very much considered. Where is the thing I was looking for? I was looking for something to help. Commands backlog. There we go. I knew there was a thing. Right. I'm going to add them all in. So we're currently going to work on controversial will. But let's, in fact, bring you guys into this scene. So you can see... not that one. We'll do the actual one that has all my stuff in it. And how I've done. So we've got... everything's going everywhere. Profession to develop. Got controversial will. Misunderstood law. A species with an intriguing symbiotic relationship. Non-blood family celebration. A celebration involving non-blood family. We have a character known as the font of a bloodline. Congenital condition. That feels like the easiest one to shorten, because it is quite literally right about a congenital condition. And public criminals. Why am I? Criminals public front. They have been all added to my backlog. You'll see them right there. As soon as I am working and doing things, I can then go and pick. I pointed that way, forgetting that everything is actually that way. You can see up in the corner the task I'm currently working on. All of the possible ones that could be there are there. So I can now just get a random number generator and pick. But I am very much going to work on this controversial will first. I don't have to get any of them done. But I'm not going to be of that mindset. I'm going to try and get as many of them done as possible, because I think it's just a personal nice achievement to do, especially while I'm on stream with you folks, because it means that we can push further and further into prompts. So, what is the kind of as I was about to say, what is the kind of goal? I've said the goal. That is great. A controversial will. So many different things that could come from that. Why is it controversial? Will from whom to whom? Is it through a royal noble line, or is it a personal familial will that's inferred land that was changed very last minute or ignored for some reason? I am gonna go to where I usually go, which is the lovely Strixline. At the start of each week, after every prompt was released, worked with some of the communities to put together what's called Prompt Chomp. And with Prompt Chomp, it puts together all the different prompts from that week and gives some just ideas of what could be done with it. So, for a controversial will, and to my fellow campers, I leave all the tastiest prompts. Yes, I chewed them already. That's not important. Where there's a will, there's a way. I am 90% sure I made that joke on the World Anvil stream. Also, they say a strong will can change more than just history. The document that changed history with a controversial inheritance. Unknown children, riches left to the crown, responsibilities handed down, generational curses. Appointed heirs to the throne, Dutch history, land left to a future king, under stipulation that he get a Christian education, making others' beliefs more commonly accepted. Interesting. The assertion of a powerful will, by the will of a king, by the will of the gods, by the will of the Pope. The document itself is not a will, it promotes the will of someone in power. Interesting. Pushing a decree or an agenda. A deathbed confession. Will with a confession, clearing up a historical mystery, owning up to crimes, exposing knowledge, the start of a quest. Or its accessibility to the public. Why was the will made public or suppressed? Was it generally accessible to the public? Why not? Was it intentionally hidden? By whom? Did new laws or policies spawn from the document being withheld from the public? Interesting. So these are all kind of more historical and things. I love generational curses. I have so many things that I could do with this will. There are a couple places in the world where contracts have handed down from one to the other. And that could be quite interesting. Do I want to do that thing? No, I won't do that thing. I'll save that. I'll save the contract between somebody and something else for a later point, because I would like to write that one in private. And as part of the Iron Gorge, I have to demonstrate that I've written 300 words. I, however, am tempted. I don't want to do heirs to the throne. While that is nice, I would rather not. I've kind of done a lot of heir to the throne. Let's look at what I have done, actually, and see if I can use any of that as inspiration. Because it would be kind of nice to link this to something already out there. It helps if I spell my username correctly. That's always useful. Okay. So Hyvalia was the dual idol of desire and neglect. Night of Rest is, because I can hover over them and get a lovely little description to remind me, the holy day celebrating Corvina and those who are long departed. Mage's Gambit is a game of strategy that is spread across the realm. That is my chess variant. I love it. The Catalyst is the myth-telling of the beginning of the Shadow. Lyanthos Spring is a spring that appears once every few decades, filled with naturally rejuvenating wa. Naturally rejuvenating wa? Hold up a minute. Please tell me I did put water. Lythanos. Lyanthos, because I can spell what I write. Well done. I just put it as wa. Naturally rejuvenating wa. The Duchy of Caranvale, the noble family who own and manage the Caranvale fields. Skyrunner, a trained profession for scouts that can run across the sky. Ganasuta, a dialect that started from secretive love letters. Dralic Web, which is... Did I give that one up? This is just me now, just looking and going, what did you do? Did I give that one up? Except, yeah, a face string used for netting and traps. So I did give that. Just being sneaky. Lament of Echoes. You know what, I'm better just clicking on these. Lament of Echoes is a play. That one could be interesting for the controversial will, where it denotes the ownership of a play that's been causing problems. Tyvalin, the capital city of the Dolvan sovereignty. We've got Black Sultane, a fruit that grows in the absence of light. The Daradite Skirmish, which I wrote on stream a few days ago. Conflict that led to the formation of the Dual Alliance. That one could be interesting. The Ethrocart, a newly invented vehicle aiming to replace minecarts and wagons. Bellastor, a magical disease that caused 2 major and fatal epidemics. Thornweave. A dew fabric. Wow. A durable fabric. Made from what was considered weeds. There we go. I'm fixing things up as I go. Expression that helps others develop will be coming up with a temple, Exneor Thrand, a temple in the Dovlan Wastes with changing worship and a cult using it as their home base. Secret Keeper, again written within the past few days, was just making sure I've given things. Yes. The ancient and dead god of secrets, forbidden knowledge, and pain. Telesondor. I've forgotten Telesondor. Oh yes, it's the Lake of Mirrors. In the Gallus Reach. I love that I originally called it the Gallus Reach and the Gallason Reach. I'll go fix that at some point. Whisper's Coin, an ancient priestly order and a modern cult, two sides of the same coin. Bladewalker's Path, the myth of a queen and the lead up to her death and its aftermath. Kiana Tears, a small orb with an arcane trail that holds memories, files, and other information. Branish, a near extinct culture closely linked with ocean and tides. Venom Seers, a sect of assassins known for their cursed existence and brutal deaths. The controversial will we are working on. The Arcane Antiquarian, a title for those who know and learn about the lost ancient world. Braudaros, a temple to Azravil long abandoned with secrets that lie beneath. The Thauerstone, which was our lovely Article 32, which is a magical gemstones that provide... Oh, that. I will be going through and reading all these articles before the final close of Saturday. Thank you for coming in, Instant Syndrome Thank you for being a lovely example of an AI bot coming into the chat. Greatly appreciated. You have been banned. Then there's a bunch here. There's Clanduric, which we did yesterday. Tyrannical former occupiers of Turlath, closely linked with the god of murder. The Gottsran Harp, a large stringed instrument created to celebrate the nearly lost Branish people. Yathin, a small village founded by 3 families of devout faith. Alath Nafraj, a cluster of 3 islands believed to have once been joined together. Again, I need to fix that excerpt. And Galith Drast, which is a technology that allows people to travel across the realms. So yeah, that's there's a whole bunch of stuff there that I really like. Oh, now to figure out what to do. I do not think there was anything in there necessarily that would make me immediately go, ah, yes, I need to hold off and wait on that. Oh, that's gone to the wrong place. There we go. It's trying to connect my Twitch and Discord together. So, Anyway, that's just it going. There we go. But yes, Oh, what to combine it with? I know I haven't started sprints yet, and apologies for that. I want to have something in mind before I go in. I think I'll probably do a character known as the font of a bloodline along with the controversial will. Because I think if I do... Oh, 1, 2... Controversial will, character known as the font of bloodline, and a public front used by an organization. That sounds like a perfect combination there. In which case, I'm going to... Do I switch and do the character first? Or do I decide what's kept the group as a criminal organization? Because I think the will... It started as just a regular criminal organization. Now the will has kind of pushed it to be familial. Possibly. I want it to be a smaller organization. Where it's maybe a succession of whom the will went to. Because the will... It's like in those old Italian mob films. Not Italian necessarily, Italian-American. I'm thinking De Niro, and Pacino, those kind of people. Those kind of actors in those films. I think it's very interesting having that kind of... I have chosen you to lead, but I also do not trust you at the same time. So while you are leading, while I've named this person to succeed me, it's kind of succession, but it's nice to have it be not be a succession of royalty. It's a succession of criminal leadership. We'll go with that one. Location. Where do I want this to be? I guess that's a conversation for myself as I get started in some writing sprints. We are going to do timer Pomo 04. We will start with a lovely 4. And we are going to do my classic 15-5. And yes, we shall see how things go. And hopefully it will be okay. But yes, we shall see how it goes. I've got some ideas, so that's helpful. And yeah, I will catch you all after the sprint. That was so much harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm trying to write about a legal document in a place where the legal system is kind of slightly not as fully defined as I would like it to be. But it is going okay. There is definitely work being completed, which is always good. That's always the thing you really kind of want to get sorted. But yeah. How was that for everyone else? Did everyone else find that okay? I am very much setting out who the Deadeyes are, which is the name I've given to the Thieves Guild. And this being called just the Fifth Decree. It's very interesting. I do love that final line. This is definitely someone trying to stop a conflict from occurring with, while I rest in the embrace of Raven's wings, I hope that you can find the resolution to settle to my agreements. I care for you all dearly and want the family to thrive as it constantly has. That's... oof. That is definitely something that you can feel in the way that that's written. Not resolution, the resolve to settle to my agreements. But you can feel the weight of those words, and that's really what I wanted from this. Because this document, I always find documents very interesting because they are the physical contents of the document, not the actual written piece of paper itself. So when I'm going to the description, I'm writing what it actually is saying rather than how it's written. Because it's probably written on a piece of parchment somewhere, and that's not as nice as describing this is what it says and what it does. But yes, progress is being made. If anyone else is doing any work, I will graciously hear about it. If not, enjoy, relax, and I hope that the music is being of some relaxing assistance as you sit and listen to me natter about things and get some work done. But yeah, there's not long to go till the next sprint. I am back with Big Sip and Little Sip. Yes, Big Sips and Little Sips. Little Sips is a lovely cup of tea today. Big Sips is some juice to help keep me hydrated. I'm so glad I chose a cup of tea though. It's very nice. I've also got some wax melts going, this lovely berry scent. We've got the fan slightly going because it's quite nice because it keeps the scent kind of mellow rather than being overpowering. So that's very nice. But yeah. 9 seconds. And that is the break over. It is time to get writing again. If you are joining us for writing, that's great. Enjoy. If you are not, enjoy the lovely music and chance to relax. And welcome back. That was a pretty good sprint for me. Got more work done and stuff, which is always what I'm after. There's an ad. Why is there an ad? I see that there's an ad going on, so I'll give everyone a little bit of time before I say all the things. And the ad has stopped. We have returned. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, this is very interesting and very different writing for me, because I am in the division of assets talking about what each child was given. And I'm kind of going down in importance, which is interesting for me, because I'm talking about the third child who's given control over the Deadeyes, then the eldest child who's granted complete control over an estate, one who is given a smaller estate but some political capital, and then the youngest child who is given a house in a location which was going to be fully paid for, allowing for her, her wife, and her child to live in comfort. But I can't decide who I'm going to have be, because in my head, at least one of the children is going to be really annoyed by this, and I'm thinking it will probably be the eldest child, who had worked really hard for many years within the Thieves Guild, but didn't have that cunning, didn't have that intense desire that would be necessary to kind of take it beyond what it currently was. So I think that's probably going to be the eldest child, and then a Bond Reborn is going to be Myron and Eviadora, who had been very kind of separate from each other for a long time. Or could be Lyrena and Eviadora. Something along that kind of... It's two of the children that kind of weren't as close and have become close again. I think Eviadora and Lyrena might be an interesting one. Or maybe it's the other three, and it's just Galen who's gone off and created his own separate organization known as the Nameless, which I don't think is from anywhere else. I mean, it's a film name, but I mean, there's a group known as the Nameless Ones, but they are very different, and I'm gonna say that they are separate in kind of even idea. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to try and make them similar in any way. So, but we'll see how it goes. 41 seconds, and then we're back in another Pomo. And that's the break over. We're getting going again. I should at least get the division of assets done and maybe one of these sections. that is the hope. We shall see how it goes. So I'll see you all in a little bit. And welcome back, folks. I was just finishing the sentence I was on there. That was really good. Yeah, it was really good. I felt that there was a good amount of work done there. I got distracted by a few real world things that came up, which happens, but you know, is always the case. But hopefully I should have nearly a family divided finish there. Yeah, pretty much. Which means I can move on to a Bond Reborn, which I decided is going to talk about all three of the other siblings becoming close because of the perceived betrayal of their brother, but also because they were able to spend time together, which was always a struggle for them prior to their mother's death. Oh, great. The really the really sad Welcome to New Fair music came on right as I said death. I feel like I should have so many more things to say, but I don't really, just don't. My thinking is I'll probably get the 5th decree done and the next one started, which I'm going to do as the Bloodline font character, and I'm going to write a bit about Alison Dendaren. Or do I do the Criminals Public Front? Because I think the Dead Eyes is a nice one to talk about, because the main thing they're known as is a financial group, is what I've decided. So they help store people's funds. But then on the background, they have a thieves guild that work. So I might write about the Dead Eyes, just so I've got an article that then Dead Eyes to the 5th decree is a nice link. But yeah, we'll see. I've also weirdly been going away from table of contents. Yeah. Could be very interesting to go away from from the idea of a table of contents, because I've kind of done that all the time in the past, where I've had a table of contents in my article, but I'm finding that it's quite nice to not have like these set things to jump to, but instead to just wander through the article and find what works best. So potentially. But anyway, this will be our last Pommer. I could spend so much more time just doing more and more things, but I'm gonna be honest, I would rather get some rest and recuperate and be 100% to do 2 streams tomorrow. It's gonna be the 2 stream day tomorrow, so we'll go from there. Thank you very much, folks. I will see you in a little bit. And that is us, folks. I didn't get too far into the organization, but I got, well, it says 239 words, but I'll be honest, it's more like probably 100 because I've been working on the Goldstock House. Navarian. There we go. But yes, that is us, folks. I'm calling it there for the day. It's a shorter stream than it has been several other times, I think, fairly so. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. That was about 2 hours, so that was not too bad. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next couple days. We are still streaming all the way up until Friday. I may be a bit later on Friday because I'm going to see a film in the afternoon, and as we come towards the evening, who knows what the traffic is going to be like. So I will say it now, there is a chance that Friday might be a little bit delayed, but the film finishes before 4 o'clock, so I'm sure I'll get out. I'm back for 5 o'clock my time. But yes, let's find somebody to raid with the lovely people that are here. Anyone that I'm following online, it seems not too many people. I'm trying not to always raid to the same people. Let's see if there's anyone tagged as world building. Yeah, let's go for Purty Nerdy. They're doing writing sprints on a 30-10 minute promo timer, so slightly different. And yeah, they're also using Super Sweet Bot, so that's perfect timing. But yeah, we'll go for a little raid with them. I know there's not many people, but we'll at least still raid and just say, rah, let's do it. But yes, thank you very much, folks, and I will see you all tomorrow.